I was a balance shelf 10 years. Hmm. Well, 4,000 houses that moved everybody into only this one was 800 a month. I bought all of it. I bought $10,000. I put with the cement, right? You put the right. They wanted Lieutenant Lucy and Mary was it? Oh, our father was the salesman. Whatever he got in the Air Force. Right? He come down from Pensacola to school. I'm like a fucking den. I'm going for it. Usually I don't live to 49 years old. What's the matter? Yeah, I know, I kept me alive. Actually, I died at 49. What happened? Oh, yeah. When we were sent down after a contract, I signed up for a lot of jobs. I had got the diagnosis to my check. My taxes. What about? Well, I don't know. I didn't pay much. Well, I mean, what did I pay? The federal government? I think excuse me. I would pay about $350 a week or a month, maybe. For that's just normal. It didn't come off, right? You know, we were just competing over the it was an anti-flight, no. Oh, the answers to E2FA is all obsolete. Well, they issued contracts with people who aren't manufacturing if you need tractor pumps or anything. The moment out, there's nobody here. I mean, it's more out of damn nation. Who's fucking who's the fucking asshole? Really. I would think, like when I had the boat, we were right on 3 tornadoes. I'm gonna get out to what was the item that time that truck in July I had the cruiser. You know, she signed me. We kind of cruiser, right? It doesn't go across country. The car was so stolen money, but I made real estate shops. I was just looking for customers. Well, we're gonna stay on top of the car. What do you think? You got $500? That make sense? Hey, you're a nice guy. You gonna let me have it? Yeah. You gonna go find out? You're right. Utah prisons is that way. Whatever dish TV. Some of the Hank, I don't know his name. A man talked on that. He wanted to do dish TV. Something he designed when he was a kid. I was in Albany. He was explaining to me. It was interesting. It comes off the side. It flips it, throws two plastic windows in the screen. All this and a big ass marker 305. That's a version of pot. And Tony, right? Jackson, what was that? His father in North Carolina with that. Yeah, but that the thing with that, you got to buy the rolling machine at $60. And you get the Air Force place. This is old base. I bet you this is close. I had gone to the house. You want to turn the city? I'm turning the city. Here's a package. All right, turn the city. Voices of your dreams. I think that's in it. That's one in the hearing. You know what I mean? Anyone else? Oh, we were working on telepathy. I mean, you see the radiation burning. I was really screwing me up. Great chemotherapy off the satellite. When we had to, I was out there. They took all the satellites. I had the stones dropped to the air. Took the satellites. As a matter of fact, nobody. Right. You bug. You know. We on the right. Nah, it's a fucking beauty. History. I was how about I started just being an asshole? This is. I did you do anything with the book? Go thank yourself, man. Is that my idea? Is my personal story? You're just still my asshole. That's a stupid joke. It cost me $13 million a computer. $13 million for a computer. Would you rip off? Have a lot of stuff. There you go. We should challenge it. Different finance still something. I'm like, I'm supposed to believe you paid. You want what do you got? $600 naked? I was like, actually, I don't know, $20 a day. It is regular. We got megalomania like me, former world leader in the office. Well, I never had anything. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, that there? You get the government documentation. You might pay 20,000 for the documentation and get the phone number. It's only good for what can it be good for? What would the guy work? I think it was 20 years cops and teacher. You get a ped file. You know, I mean, those cops fucking all the paperwork. Oh, it was a good story, We wouldn't be better, the way this guy put it, it wouldn't be better your Raymond gets the that's fucking beauty. All he had to could do is you can't talk to us. Pain, suffering. I thought it was bullshit. I'm like, oh, we got ridiculous. We got fucking dead maybe. And they're advertising their friend, right? I get the fuck away. That fucking shit happens going on once they shut the air conditioner. I go on the air conditioner. Oh, I bought that for $4,000. All about 19. I think probably my Brooks or Frank. What's the $10,000? Oh yeah, that was a crap. Oh yeah, I want to have the Castro Slam Chevy. Yeah, minimum wage. You have about 20% for the bank dollars. What would you get? $400 was 20% for the gross salary. Okay, the fucking flies out. What the fuck? But but those are the ain't gonna do that, right? Oh, it's nice. Yeah. Oh, this one. That's what we got about water. Dehydrate. I'm having beer and it's clean my rectum. Otherwise you get the plug, that fucking, they get that drink, that machine, but get that stick up, you cut the pounds, otherwise you're not going to live it. So I signed into the program. You only wanted to see if men became apes when they went bankrupt. And bankruptcy, the bankruptcy in Asia. They didn't balance their accounts. Like Wyoming was when I say Wyoming. Oh, right, I was on the mogul site, right? The energy, the directors. And I let you play around with it for 2 weeks. You didn't really do all mailings. You didn't send the checks. Yeah, that's true. You play around for 2 weeks, right? Long Island, war games. Otherwise, Atlantis, New York, Venice. I there 4 New York cities, 7 Atlantises, one destroyed, I think. Right? I forget which. The Atlantic Ocean, I fucking beauty. That's the same good as the thing. Or that you got the eco time, you got the shipping on, you might give it to you, might not give it to you. Whether you did it, you didn't, it depends whether he needs to fucking, you gotta go down to the bar, but wine and a cheese maybe, and sit there and contemplate, say, 35, what do you call that, the flacy funds? The $35 insufficient amount, they're beautiful, right? Oh, it's that much. Right, New York City, weren't they from the $50 billion right to Camelot? I'm telling you, that we know. You go down there, what the fuck is it? It takes me 6 hours to walk through the woods to get the time track. Is there a street? Yeah. Pick a hammer and chisel. I'm getting you want to like a stupid hands. I mean, it doesn't matter. You got a track. Right? Those guys, we have public supply track. Or we do come from the South. Want the USA? Right, that was the United States of America, right? When was it? 1950, I think. Shit, I went for that, damn. All right, we're going to get the mortgage. Right. JP Morgan, as a man in New York City, I forget which car. When you train, what am I trying? They had closed on my. I think that they closed on my business, right? Why they can't sell a restaurant? Oh, we're trading 1,800 acres of pad. I don't know what you got to do. I mean, you got the computer, the printer. You print that a couple hundred million. You get 200 checks. What about a couple $100 million? I mean, you got to convince the bank that I don't know. We don't find that. We don't find that. The banker can. I don't give a shit if you put a penny in the bank. You know what I mean? What they do is I think the people, otherwise, it's like me, I got fucking belted in my back of my head, but then gash like I'm allowed fucked up. Laying in the hospital. I'm on wood stick, too. I wasn't even on in it, the other house. But I bought 4 years for 78,000. I with dad's money. I said fucking beauty. It is, with a half minimum wage, right? Right. We got paid the 78, plus the interest. to buy become a member of the United States of America. So we traveled along with Michael and Phyllis. They gave me Michael. Yeah, my phone. Yeah, you still put ass. I had 2,000. I had years in the U.S. asked for. What are you doing? First of all, what are you doing here? What are you hiding in the back of the car for? I don't go. I'm like, Audrey had this. According to Mary, you went to the brother. I'll kick her ass. I was your condom. I mean, what's up? How many fathers? Don't get caught in a life like, hey, if I can get become a schizophrenic, if I never want to do it. I wouldn't even try it. I was a spiritual. Yeah. Well, because of my disease, I was 7 years old. We were supposed to wire up the houses, but that house, that block had wiring cable. But I bought it with my orphan check. Well, I didn't kick your ass. I had military pay. They took it away from me because of what Mary said. Gave it to you, and then you decided to live with me. Well, I could kick back this kid's ass. But the both of them had cancer. I think I dated him when I was 14 or 15 years old. My brother said, well, I don't want to. You ain't gonna sleep with my fucking boy. What the fuck is this? A French fucking relationship? Nobody did. It's like now a retirement community, no dating, no talking, nothing. Just say hello, goodbye, that's about it. They don't even want that. They want to drink alone. That's so bad. Right, what could we ever get? I think Camelot was a 4.32 an hour. Right? $4.32 an hour, $2.32 tax. I couldn't figure it out. My aunt figured. I mean, Michael says, well, actually, we don't know those people. If I don't get to bait the uncle or it's a family, that's how I got me. A bunch of people at once. I ain't gonna walk to the restaurant and steal a car. I need to go drink, go shopping. So, it comes on every day. You're driving. I was about 7. Sit over here. Well, when we get the team, I think we start for the Delancey Street. Actually, let's see. I'll pay about $20 a week, maybe. Right? And people put him somehow dead. What's the cookie? Yeah. They'll make a couple of dollars. So, right? The 1800 was part from Costa Rica. Don't put anybody, right? We can put the blood sugar here. We want the 17 hours. You get shipment 2 weeks DHL wants if you want. I can't ship that. Does that mean I don't think we got connectivity? You know, the 8 acres of merchants, man. I don't know what they put a fish in 25 condominiums in it. One watch the Archangel, the bar and grill, the dance club. Wow, that's what it is. Would you put a fucking fishing station? Yeah, can't let that. I'll feed the people, What's the there? Did they pay for the? What did they pay to go fishing and get the fish? No. Well, they buy for it. Remember the cheeseburger? They're talking about tell already. It's just like, it's a fucking. What's in the river? One of the French fry. Well, what do you actually want to get? We're trying to get away. You trying to talk me down? I mean, you don't even want my pants the way. But fucking you know what to fucking do the rest of my life. I want some pants. Forget that. I fucked around. Go pick me six back and me. We pick about 2-3 blowjobs before we get to the counter. Right? There's nobody out there. Not a business line out there. East Coast has some stuff. The West Coast has some stuff. The West Coast was Microsoft and they're trying to introduce when you play the I bought it. I was out there to get the IBM TV. It was about $2,500. Well, they got still song. We got $2,500. Right? What did I get? One contract was going to give me unemployment. That's what we had. Unemployment. I think we got 3 unemployment. 325. And I told my phone, it says when you go Patrick and pick up a 325 unemployment check. So I went down. I don't think my mother. She gets back. She goes, get through that piece of shit. I'm holding to somebody else. Right? Yeah, I You should win that. If you want, I want the one we got duck eggs from the Merchants Bay, man. Yeah, bread, milk, and eggs. I think he got Ben, 27 years old. Sorry, fellas, you're a lady, a gay, was a lesbian. And I have a, they would take my fellas wanted it for 2050, the kid story. Yeah, my change is birth to the kid story. I'm homeless, that guy. I don't know. I was a merchant bank, was it? I think so. Or kid story from Long Island City. That's a lot of ideas. That's a wonderful fake brochure. Also, you watch a Disney joint, with Disney content. We'll see who's watching Disney. What's that in my brochure? It was right. You got that. That alliance stuff. Wait, look at the brand. Did I say I don't want to talk to nobody. What do you guys think? What's it? You can take out the Air Force, but you motherfucker. And that's the same thing with the Rumble. Now, did you pay my motherfucking hamburger and chicken when I say 100 ounces in New York City? Everything had jam. Don't tell me you're taking 40 fucking flowers. It takes about 2 hours in front of the Brown House. Give them motherfucking money. So now, would you watch this? What you doing, Rumble? I was thinking, motherfucker, man, you want it? Yeah. All of it. Them four assholes got free fish for fucking 2 weeks. Yeah. That was a long time ago. You know what I mean? Where'd they get the money? Don't they really have the printing machine? Loyalty, bro. Actually, loyalty, you make it print the cash. No? That's the first thing we did, man. That was probably like a printing machine. Like the U.S. Mint or print the capital. Or these computers, you print the check. Actually, that's a job I might take to come back home. Retirement to me. I offered this citrus candy. I caught it off for 2 minutes. Been in the house with this fucking thing. If I got thrown out like a rag doll. I got fucking with drugs. That psychiatric, man, will raise 30% of my. I say that's why I'm like 30% of my brain is psychiatric. And yeah, and then I had to, with that, I went to the 4 locations. It was. And, off that side, but I saw your motherfucking brain. I don't know who she was. Yeah, take what trying to beg you, home Google psychiatrist, well, he's taking. I mean, take it, what you take you're 500 pounds. I'm 124 pounds. I petite girl, maybe like 98 pounds. Maybe I can buy you $1 I mean, I worked out. Trust me, I worked the Constitution of 20 years. I'm paying the tax. But I like that. So you don't have that check. I think my sister was born to Frank and Derry, and I was born to Michael and felt Asian. That's right. That's the second lifetime. Michael, my friends was there. She came from. Has which is a great Prince animal. That's why, it was like I got thrown in the house for saying holy shit. That if I got caught out of, in the back and I got pissed off. And boy, did you have a good time with that kid? We like that kid. He's funny. Throw a bushel of pot in his boat and throw him a suitcase of cash. Got fucking busy. $5 a bag. Sound sirens. Almost right. Even the altar boy. We were sick as now. That church, St. Joseph's in Rancaster, they get a killer fast on Sunday. That you drink the blood only communion. You eat the flesh. What Christ said. The flesh and. I mean, there's nothing else to eat. I mean, that's just 10 years old. Well, actually, no, there's no way to get cows on Long Island. There's no ferry. I don't even think the tunnels and the bridges are out in New York to get out to the Me and basically do what you want. Do you believe in God? I believe in myself. What if I get into God? Give me a fucking wallet. I'm always fucking around. I'm fucking hungry. One is that fish to eat. And then duck. And the other you gotta hunt them. I mean, what's a fish? You go down and still like whatever we'll go down in North there's a North Shore, I forget I lived this 27. Pick up a couple of mullets when nobody's looking. Where I motor boats. Moon Park is stopped where I don't even remember. If I was going through, if someone was going through the ones, you had to go there and rest there and rip off a car and, go shaft inside his back. And Air Force One, little kangaroos and wolves in there. He brought me up there from Hospital Airport. And Ray Magnus, oh, did you ever hear electricity? They go find yourself. I paid Air Force Bank $14.90 for this. Oh, yeah. No, they do. It's like this. I paid, so Social Security gives me 1860 or whatever the law was. If I did the 19th program, I lived in the street. I did. You want to pay $6 people. So I don't know what they did. What they died against, I give it. Actually, there's 2 or 3 on life. They did better people get you trained to love that way. I got the audacity when you got $10. I'll tell you what. You're gonna pay it back. Yeah, right. So I'm about to go for Mexico fish. Right? When you're about a special pack before they all go for oil, it's supposed not to eat the fish. How's that going? I mean, he's got mercy. I can't believe it cuts us. Hey, can I touch my hand? I gotta touch them. Oh, okay, I'm not allowed to touch them. Man, you fuck man. No. And once again, I'm gonna go for the beers. Get the paint out. Starting to feel pain. It's a special mixture. Instead of medication. I gave the guy $200. See if he can buy direct for me to tell. He wouldn't run 4 cases off. Fresh. It was an eye on the market, I think, in 1905. I think what they're trying to do is make medications that, that's, who could afford $400 each for 7 different kinds? You stupid fuck. That shit. Did you ever hear on Public System? Did you get you said $20 a day? I didn't get a wreck yet, wait. Yeah, you go, that day, you go, we're going to pull the car on the driveway. This is fucking beauty. They died. The ones there, I mean, the flies and everything else, but I got to break the ignition, bring the car home now. We got something down. Some girl answered the ad again, so George was in prison for 7 years. They let me out 5 months to do a 3-year program. Won't see any decent. But the problem was one guy on his cocksucker and fucked me in my ass, so I kicked the crap out of him. I guess time on. Well, shit, I know a segment front. You fucked my life over a piece of paper. What do you think bullshit? They gave him about $4,450 to, I don't know how many people, 6, 8 people. Actually, not bad. Shit, it's a fucking, I'm going to tell you, all the windows and screens are, I don't get it. Or did I leave the door open? Frank picks up the special food, that they have to expiration or whatever you call it. It brings them over. Frank, I didn't know cancer. I mean, I need it. I don't know. All right, take it down. It only got 3. That's only got 3, 4 pleasures. Now, usually I don't get no cancer events $1. I'll tell you what, I buy 2 baby, you give me $20. You wanted 10. But how could you get 10 meals? I mean, vegetables, bread, milk. Some of it was bad. I mean, when we put the refrigerator on, when they only run it, I don't know, days, then, what was that, 10 people? How much would it cost? I mean, really, it's probably 100,000 for 10 people. I don't think these people have any. Right? The woman owns it. Let's see. I bought it for 10. Hey, Frank bought it for me. For Brooke, my sister, for 10. Yeah, they took the 10. I don't know what they do. Did they sell the tomatoes? The construction. Yeah, she said she so, for me, that's fucking big now. You know, what is it? We get one of these things in. Yeah, I told her if you did the 19 right? You get a man. We'll give you, whatever the law is, what you paid that. All right, well, that's a manufacturing. I went to Bell, got the contract. Well, I ain't got the contract. You don't get nothing unless you're in the Air Force for 8 years and turn in your Fisher station at $6 million. Maybe you get 80% back in a box of contracts. So that's what you're doing. The fuck you want? Got fuck off the rapping. like it. So you ever seen that something? You go to Madison, Mass? You're shipping, you're trying to bring up the workers, and you involve apes and animals. No more. That was the last one. The truth. So yeah, you got to push your brains. They can lock this. You know, only but they're doing it now. You know, a little bit after they were about to go. You know, fun to do. Wow, this is big. That's the biggest problem, you know, with the telepathy system. It's the biggest problem with the telepathy system. You don't need any of this. I mean, you could have, I mean, you could have it. You know, you got to come right off the ground. The dipole and then all the way, all the cable on. But you know, you got to go to a house that has a city that has it, you know, with a satellite and connect it and pay the subscription fee. At least 4 years you got to pay before that. I mean, you know, when this is a 780 on gaming, you know, turn on MSM as a microphone, the keypad, you know, pretend like you got to talk to some kid in the street who got the surveillance cameras on. You know, fight that stuff like that going around, you know. What was that saying? So I'm seeing drivers like that. That's like my ass away. That's getting like a you can fucking big. You know, stop trying to steal. That's what it ought to be, right? We all agreed. Well, left the panels. I'm probably shut it down. The you know, light comes there, but the sound of NASA's got it now. Well, live maybe 4 years. The complete building and no construction, no nothing of the what is it? The Microsoft toolkit, right? The space creatures. So we do all that other stuff down there. All that slide, like that Miami squeeze. All right, yeah. the Satan system. Once you get done with the 2,000 billion, anywhere with Jesus Christ, unbelievable. But that's not true. Well, how much like I get right to man? There's no way. There's no way. They just hang. No one get it. You don't get the meat rack at the grocery store. Like the what are the ears? You get the ears, triangle piece. I think I had $1,300 a piece. I was about to have $7. We were thinking about that by the side of the shelf for 10 years, maybe. I don't think the cows will be back from Canada for 30 years, right? What if you want? They're trying to manufacture the food. I was $1.35 at this Dollar General. Taking it a toilet bowl, remanufacture, eat that in the morning, the sandwich, and then it regurgitates. I think it get called regurgitation. Cook and then digest it again for lunch and digest it again for dinner. All new products, there's a little something. I think the ribs are good. That's what I'd actually look for. The chicken, no, I get started with chicken pasta, the measles. I don't know. First, I took the shots. 2,200. That's fucking pencil. You didn't even work for fucking 10 minutes. I said, what do I pay? 432 a day, 8 hours straight work. Right. Well, I pay $139. I haven't taken it in my chair. The guy there and asked me after just about Pro 3, do you want the taxes taken? Yeah, right. 800, right? 2,000 for 800 check. I just got the one. I forget what that. It doesn't ring hysterical. Does this say I paid the taxes? Which would mean we might go let it come back to the games. We'll get fucked around, go to prison, get your ass kicked. It's like they can get fucked in your asshole, and then we're gonna, have a good laugh. We go to pedophiles, they rape kids. Did you ever think of that? It was back the guy in the corner. There's a rock on my print. You're like, you want to have sex? Right? You girls do this shit. Get rid of that asshole. When you're done, you got to back off. Right? 5, 6 boyfriends, even, sure. I don't know. Somebody go next Sunday. Probably left to the song. Last time I saw him was Utah prison. This fucking guy makes tens to go to the bed. Hey, Nick, what the fuck did you? You ate that catfish? Right down the little lakes. I think they want to go. They sold to one of the power. They sold to Colorado, the government, right? You got to do the you got cash. You go to the government. You get and Seattle, Washington. I mean, you can't live there unless you smoke that particular plant. But when I saw it was a Mexican plant. Well, maybe they have something there. Mexican plant. What do you mean? I put in a truck and driver. You order about 10, 18 trucks there. Or maybe you get 2 across. It costs you this 8 truckloads. Buy them off. The government officials, They would tell me I'm not like I know this. By land, truck, air, and sea. Without it was a good business. That was the NATO was east of Long Island. Well, I think I gave $2 billion to the kids, right? All those houses are gone in storms, Equinox houses. What was it, Sandy Hugo? What was it? 135. I went down. I came back from Boeing. We landed. I was going for a drive. We were wearing. I went on telepathy system with the satellite. We were wiring up. I forget which. Maybe Calvert or whatever. It was a military weapon. To defend, keep people from driving. And I go over here in 2 minutes just signed it. The stars back down. UFOs, creatures apparently, or maybe US DOT go like Elizabeth was telling me the 2 cars crashed in the tree. So I did the mountains and that. And that's if you do. Right there, man. That's a fucking dick thing. They must have worked in big taxes. We got the psychiatric couple. That's getting straight. No sleeping. Did you ever sleep in once? Yeah, right. That's real bad. Yeah, but that's what it is, though. They told me, well, if you want to, first of all, the announce you go. Who said? The Air Force already told me no because of my height, and I don't have a high school. I don't have no retention of high school teaching. Or those of you in Florence Metric. How many three? How many is you have 3 ones? What's the distance? Is it you got the You got the manual? There's a 1 inch in? No. Actually, what's this here? What, this is French Antilles. I believe it used to be United States of America. They didn't buy it. They paid $50 million for the retirement of Roman Aerospace Corp. It sold to the public. I didn't get wired this time. We charged $4 million. How long it take? About 2 hours. Just well, that's like this. Would you test our? We're trying to get this on America. This $4 million. More stupid. That's what that's for the government employees, or the mahogany, that go bang. I mean, I wouldn't get. I I'm stupid. If whack, I get ass kicking, get fucking dead. You wouldn't have to pay me. They didn't pay me right. 20 hours a day, and 1860 a month, less taxes and less insurance. We don't know how you got to come home to. It's $2,200 a share. How about that? You only work for 10 minutes. I didn't take miles a year. We were toward college, maybe it was a trip position. Increase the price. We all want computers. I don't want that. What do you want? I'll take 30 18 truckloads of calls from Beale. Yeah. We got no calls in here. Right? 30 truckloads? We were about $1 million for the machine. Well, I got in manufacturing. I was 152,000, right? No, it's nobody bought it. I don't know what I think it was $4 million I did with the stockbrokers. So you get the bill. How much are you giving? What are you trying to steal something? I only know because we bought the 4 of them, one for me, Peter, and Carl, and Philip. And my father asked us, I'm going to sell a fisherman. We had a couple bucks of cattle or something to do. And you never know, something comes across. We can make money on it. Cash, apparently you don't get cash advance for 50 years. Plus, your Air Force going to go collect, or a big gang to go collect. Which is at the mogul sites, That's the first thing. I could forget me. I mean, some of these guys, like the guy at the house, I forget guys the size of their inches. I mean, lifting right off my feet by my elbows. Because I refused doctor's treatment. So it threw me like a rag down. All the time. So it was totally demeaning. You know what I mean? He gave me actually, I think I slipped into a coma for 15 years. I don't know if the bullshit or running my Medicare card, faking paperwork. So I goes into litigation for 9 years before they pay out. I got the spinal tap, because the snake bit me and ripped the ankle apart. Or bleeding all over the place. And then when they fixed it, my butt was twisted this way, so I walked the right way. It was very painful in my lower back. But at 54 years old, holy cow. Right? Oh, what can you do? You see, if you take the color out. Do you know what kind of pain I'm in? Because I got bronchitis, lung cancer, tuberculosis, contusion cancer, and the flu. Going to the doctor, that's fucking business. You need $400 a month for the primary care for 2 years. Then we'll consider rental software. And the medication, when you want to figure for that hospital, how far you going? About 30 minutes. You'll find out. The state of Florida paid to build this hole. You got a paycheck, didn't you? Right, we're going to pay rent. What do you mean? It's paid already. Don't you get a paycheck you just get a paycheck, right? Like a single man, you get $4.23 an hour, don't you? A married couple, well, you get $7 an hour. Oh, it's not Camel in the United States of America? No, any price. No, thank you. You know what I'm saying?